Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadidamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Almost every week, someone tells me that they took an online class in Reiki and something felt missing. They learned the hand positions or the theory and they received a certificate, but nothing actually opened up. So today I want to tell you why and what that missing link really is. Namaste and welcome to the Spiritual Wealth Podcast. I'm your host, Alexandra Savithri Amba, Reiki Master, Vedic Healing Master and Priestess, and Spiritual Guide. For more than 35 years, I've taught, practiced healing, and guided students on the path of spiritual awakening, from my classroom here in Los Angeles to sacred sites in India. This show is where ancient wisdom meets real life. We cover Reiki, Vedic healing, mantra, manifestation, metaphysics, and feng shui, the practices that I've lived and taught for decades. Let us begin. So today we're talking about a topic that's very important, and that is the topic of initiation. Not the word, but the actual experience, what happens during an initiation in the space, in the person's body, in the energy field, what a true initiation is, and why no recording, no PDF, no digital download can replace that. So in the West, we don't really think about this concept of initiation, but it is a very prevalent concept in Eastern teachings. The word in Sanskrit is diksha. This is a beautiful word. It means to be given light. So it's not so much instruction, it's transmission from the teacher to the student. This could be a Reiki initiation, which is done in different segments called attunements, a Vedic healing initiation, which I do when I initiate people into Vedic healing and transmit the energies and the teachings. Both of these require a living teacher holding an unbroken lineage. So what does that mean? That means that the teacher is connected with his or her teacher, and the teacher before that, and the teacher before that, and the teacher before that, back to the source. So it's not so much that you are learning something. You learn through the dialogue that the teacher gives in the course, and you learn through the energy of the teacher. But through the initiation, you are transmitted energy. It's as if you become, I often say this in Vedic healing, you're now becoming the custodian of these teachings, and a doorway is opening up. I feel that Reiki is a doorway into spiritual growth, and the initiation opens the doorway for you. The key to this doorway comes through a human being who is carrying it. And hopefully that teacher has been carrying it for a while with integrity, with care, with love, with respect. So that's why also when you learn something and you become a teacher, it is a serious endeavor, and you might not start immediately teaching people. You might instead practice for a while and really allow those teachings to get ingrained in your system when the when it is time for you to teach. You will start attracting students, and you will know when that time feels right. I often tell people in Reiki Mastership that there is a waiting period that naturally occurs after you become a Reiki master and before you start teaching and initiating people. And that time is very important for you to integrate the energies because you're about to step into another role. Now, what happens in the room when you get initiated, the room or the space, wherever you're getting your initiation? Many times I do initiation with people in sacred spots. That could be some kind of vortex out in nature. I've initiated people in all sorts of really beautiful locations. So after thousands of initiations, I would say, here are some of the things that I have noticed. I notice a visible shift in the person. So I sometimes think I should take before and after pictures because you can see a visible change on their face, in their breathing also. So you see the breath change. You see the energy field calm down and shift. Sometimes people cry. Sometimes they have a remembrance. Some people, either they themselves see light or they see things around them, or I'm seeing that. I'm seeing and hearing, and this is very prevalent for me because I'm already kind of tuned into those extrasensory perceptions. But many times new initiates are seeing or feeling or sensing extrasensory perceptions. It could be in their hands, in their energy field, in the space also. And you, as the teacher, are never doing anything to them. You are instead creating the space or the conditions for energy to move through and enter into the field of the person. So the initiation itself is what creates the change. It's not just you in that room. It is also the lineage that you as the teacher are carrying with you. That's why we put pictures of gurus or saints or teachers with us when we teach, because we know we are doing more than just activating something in this person. We are carrying this lineage and conveying really the blessings of the whole team to this person. Now, what I see being lost with online teaching, and I do online teaching, by the way, but with always with a caveat that the initiation will be done, and that the teaching is not complete without an initiation. So into certain things. So certain things can be taught without initiation, but there are also modalities that have carried with them initiation for so long, and it is important that we continue this tradition. So that would be Reiki, that would be Vedic healing. It's a certain sequence that we do to activate the flow of energy. The internet has given us tremendous access to information, but it has taken away transmission, the transmission of the energy that can only be done with the teacher. And while it's wonderful to to learn things online. The certificate that you receive is only a partial gift. It's not the opening that is really going to make the gift take flight in your system. And I've seen people practicing all different modalities, but that require initiation, especially with Reiki, but they were never truly attuned. And again, I started this episode by saying I get calls from people who say they learned, but they're not sure if they learned. And they're not sure because the initiation was missing. And, people are searching for something more to their practice. And this is really the hunger for the connection with the lineage. You can't just step in and shortcut thousands of years of wisdom, technology. That's what this is. It is technology of spiritual practice that's passed down in this way. You can't shortcut that and decide, I'm going to give them a guided meditation instead. And I'm not faulting people who do this. Sometimes people don't know, actually. The teacher doesn't know. She also wasn't taught how to initiate people. So a guided meditation, a guided journey, a guided experience is not an initiation. They're just different. They're different offerings. And so I want to end this by saying, although there's value, extreme value to getting the information out there, and I do teach online offerings, but there is, I just want to clarify this, there is no substitute for initiation, and this is most profoundly done in person if you can, with all of these beautiful spiritual teachings, and especially with Reiki. I spent years traveling to India to be in the presence of my guru there, my teacher. And although I could have called him and received teachings by phone, there is no substitute for being in the presence of the teacher, and especially when someone has carried a modality or teachings for a very long time. So that experience can never be replaced by online modules. So if something in this episode resonated with you and you'd like to reach out, I offer Reiki both online and in person, but with both of them, there is the initiation aspect, and that will never go away. With Reiki, you cannot adequately learn everything you need from just reading. The initiation is where the energy gets activated, and it is a comprehensive process that's been passed down for many years. I also offer angelic channeling sessions by phone if you would like to explore that and tap into the energetic field around you and what messages are coming through. Remember that you are here to express your light, and if you are called to spiritual practice, Reiki is a beautiful doorway. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Om Sai Ram, Jai Guruji. Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Hare Krishna. Om Namah Shivaya.